What's up, everybody, and welcome to Shapes of Gaming, the weekly conversational podcast all about video games that's unedited, unfiltered, and unhinged. I'm one of your hosts, as always, Matt Stinson, NeoCharge on PSN, and joining me remotely from Las Vegas is Bob Harriman, Leon Lionheartly on PSN for episode number 49, Bob. We're almost there, and you are the Retro Gaming Encyclopedia, of course. What's up, man?
Viva Las Vegas, baby. What's up?
You know what they say.
You know what they say is you do what I did. We drove in this morning, we got in as we got in this morning. I was like, hey, I need to see your my buddy Mike who's driving. I'm like, let me see your phone. I need the aux real quick, as my kids would call it. And as soon as we hit the city limits, I played Big Iron. Fucking know I played Big Iron, man. I had to. As a New Vegas, I was like, yep, we're doing this.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I've been to Vegas quite a few times. I never gamble. I'm not a gambler, but I just love the architecture and all the shit to do. Of course, the highlight of it, we've been talking about it all day, the Sphere. I think I talked about it on one of the episodes when I came back from Vegas last, I think it was May. So, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Screen is 4 acres big, Bob.
It's wild. You're describing it, and that is amazing, and it sounds impressive. And you can see pictures, but it still does not do it justice until you see it in person. We saw it from the convention center where we're at. I was on the second floor, and I walked outside, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see this bitch lit up at night.
Oh, dude, it's something else at night for sure. Yeah, that's kind of like the gem of Vegas now. And you got the Luxor, you got Excalibur, you got Caesar's Palace, dude. It's like an adult playground there. So yeah, like I said, I don't gamble. I just go for the food, the experience, the hotel amenities. Oh man, there's like a wave pool in one of the hotels I stayed at. Vegas is a experience. It's amazing. I love it there. I gotta go back.
Yeah, it absolutely is, dude. And it's so easy and cheap to get here. You can get a 2-hour flight for like $100 from the Springs. Or you can do like we did, load up on energy, and it's a 13-hour drive straight shot through Utah. Which isn't that bad when you think about it.
There you go. And you're there for a gaming centric convention. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so this kind of came up on my radar back in October as we were making and finalizing plans for MagFest. A good buddy, really good friend of mine, I've known him for almost 20 years at this point. He is a community member, Chaos Creations. Mike, love you, buddy. He hit me up and he said, I am going to Level Up Expo next year. I have never been. I'm planning on going as a panelist, which you got approved for. And that means, hey, you can I get free tickets. You want to come along? We've never been here. This is our scouting year. And I said, sure. And we got in today to go set up the booth because he's part of the, and I'm going to butcher this and he's going to be mad at me, the 405th, which is a cosplay group that deals with Halo and things of that nature. And we went to go set up their booth and get everything ready for his 3D printing and everything else. And I'm telling you, man, I started looking at the floor and I started getting flashbacks to January. I started seeing vendors' booths pop up in particular. And we talked about this before the show, but for the audience, I saw a red booth. It was all red except for one little fucking logo at the bottom of a little bird. And it just said CD Projekt Red on it.
Hell yeah.
There is an entire area dedicated to TCGs from what I can see. So I've seen like Riftbound, Lorcana, which means everybody else is going to be here. There's an entire segment I saw him building it, Matt, all arcade, just like at MagFest.
Ooh.
We're talking, we'll see it tomorrow, but I think it's either going to be as big or potentially bigger.
Get all the pics, send them, put them in Discord if you want so everyone can see them.
You know I will, man. This is a pleasant surprise. We're going in blind, and I've only gotten a small preview, and I've got a feeling it's going to be a great time. Everybody here, there's a mix of anime. It always happens at these
Hmm.
conventions. It's not just
Yeah.
a video game convention, but when you see people and they're wearing a shirt with a chocobo on it, and you got a guy with a Master Chief, and like Mike's walking around with a 6'7", 14-pound gravity hammer from Halo right now.
That's so cool. Well, I mean, it sounds right up my alley. So count me the fuck in next year.
Dude, you are so on this list. We are doing this. It's a easy, short trip.
Yeah.
Caleb, if you're listening, come on, buddy.
Yep. Come on to Colorado Springs, and we'll pick you up. We'll hang out here, and then go to Vegas. Yeah, dude, I love conventions. They're so fun. I like, Springs Comic Con here is cool. MagFest is, of course, always a good time. Looking forward to that. But I, uh, I wouldn't mind more conventions in my life, especially gaming focused ones.
That's the big thing. You need the gaming focused ones. I like Colorado Springs Con. I like Denver Comic Con. I like those conventions, but they are focused on pop culture of anime and comic books specifically and things. And you don't get a lot of video game people. I mean, we got
Right.
David Hayter one year, but
Yeah, we did.
you know who else is going to be here this year? It's not video game related, but necessarily. But I think it was Michael Rooker.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep, there's a few voice actors here from some other games that are due to be here as well. We can look through that list together later, but
Yeah.
yeah, dude, it's a fucking video game heaven here.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad you were able to record from the hotel room, and we'll get this show on the road. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, and that's for folks that aren't aware. The reason we're doing this, we could have recorded early, but we wanted to wait
Mhm.
because we got a big news item, and we pretty much knew, folks. We knew, but you want to confirm. And I
Yeah.
wanted to get it off the presses, so no
Yeah.
sense in guessing. So yeah,
Right.
definitely, and I appreciate you being accommodating for this because we got to keep
Of
this
course, man.
train rolling, man.
For sure. For sure. Yeah. We were going to record last night and basically report on the event as if it happened, and we were recording Thursday just as a gag. We probably would have told everyone, but I would have nailed everything, honestly, because there was so much shit leaked, except that one, actually two exciting things that I like squealed when it was revealed. So we're going to get all into what the event today, yesterday, if you're listening to this when it comes out Friday, that uh, we got something big revealed, which hits close to home for me. So, what's going on with Shapes? What's new with Shapes? Nothing. We're still going at it. We skipped a week primarily because of the April clusterfuck. We have so many games this month, and we wanted to game, and also we wanted to line up episode 50 with our 1 year anniversary, which our first ever podcast went live on May 1st, 2025, and was labeled Hello World. So I think we did a little bonus one too before that just to test. So if you've been here since episode 1, thank you so much. We are going to be recording episode 50 next week with two special guests. You probably know who they are already if you've been listening to this cast long enough. But we appreciate everyone. The Discord has been fun. We've been having a blast doing it. We love drinking, talking video games with you. We've made a ton of connections. People have become friends in our community, which is awesome. And that's kind of what we set out to do. So look forward to episode 50. It's going to be an awesome one. We're going to wrap State of the Draft into it. And spoiler, Caleb's going to be on the show. So, and we're also going to have Alex. So, and dude, Alex has been dropping some bangers for his album, and he's got some new EPs, and he's got a new one coming out shortly, and he's been busy. And there might be, a update to our intro. It'll be the same intro you know and love, created by, of course, Alex. And but it might be a little enhanced. He might have been working on a little something for our
Uh-huh.
show. So look forward to that. Other than that, yeah, we're gonna go strong in year 2. We're still gonna try and do video. Who knows if Zencaster can cooperate with us? But A lot of people like the audio. It's mainly for the community and the Discord we've created, and we love you all. So thank you so much for listening. And if you aren't part of the community, you can join us. Where can people join us, Bob? Where do they go
Oh,
to see all the things Shapes of Gaming?
well, all you need is a good internet connection, not even a really good one, and just go into that browser and check out shapesofgaming.com. That's going to bring you right into our home landing page. That's going to give you all of the links you need to hear our beautiful voices, hopefully see our beautiful faces soon too. You get to be a
Mm-hmm.
community member on the Discord. You get to There's a link for, and we'll get to that. I'll get to that here in a minute, but there's a link for our Twitch as well. That's there. This is where we make the magic happen. So go check it out. While you're listening to us, go ahead and leave us those good comments, thumbs ups, hearts, whatever that platform is. And this does include all of our social media platforms as well. And Alex has been out there working and grinding that as well. I don't think we pay him enough beer, honestly. So he's been killing it. Keep it up, man. But once again, just go to shapesofgaming.com.
Yep, yep. And speaking of beer, you're sticking with water because you just got off of a long road trip. But I'm actually drinking a crowler. It's a canned growler. You can basically buy canned uh, tap beer from breweries and bring them back and then drink them. And I am actually drinking a. It's funny you say that because when we were at Urban Animal downtown, I bought you a birthday beer and Alex a beer in celebration. So I mean, we've been buying him beer. We'll have to get him a 6-pack though for sure.
Yeah.
But that was a fun time. That was I think 2 Thursdays ago or something. But I got a to go crowler and it's called the 520 Mankini, and it is I was at the brewery and I was like, guys, do I drink a Mankini at the bar with you guys or nah, I'll get it to go. But it's a passion fruit hibiscus ale, and it's brewed with passion fruit and has a hibiscus notes. So it's great. It's a little more bitter than I thought it would be, but as you can see, or well, we'll explain it to you. But I am drinking out of my Urban Animal glass as well. What a fantastic fucking brewery! They're great.
They really are, man. I love the Stouty McStout. Is
Mm,
fucking. It is a
Alex said that.
thin. Yeah, it is a thin mint in a cup without the sweetness.
It
I
is.
don't. It's wizardry. I will give you this much since I'm drinking water. I'll give you a little bit of uh, a good beer story for you. How about that, folks?
Okay.
We'll replace it with a beer story. My wife loves to do Pokemon trading, or she loves the shiny cardboard. We've talked about this before, but she was discussing with one of the people at our local card shop. They do a trade night on Thursdays, and through the conversations, beer was brought up, and apparently. I'm going to get his information and pass it along to the community and see what I can get because he needed a QC tester for beer, and I got I drank it this last weekend, man. It was a amber rye ale. It's a six and a
Mm.
half percent. It was a little bit had a little bit of a bite from my taste, but it was really smooth still, surprisingly smooth.
Hmm.
So I was like, free beer, and you want me to taste? Like, what's the catch here? Like,
Right.
but yeah, definitely, I'm going to be getting some more, and we'll be definitely
Ooh.
discussing some of that because we like local beers, man, local brews.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Love local beers. Love supporting local breweries because God knows that they've been closing recently. So got to get out there and support your local breweries, coffee shops, anything local. Support it. So and Springs has some amazing local food spots and local breweries, local coffee shops. So I try and get out there and support them when I can. So yeah, if you're in the Springs, Urban Animal, awesome beer, great selection, and Doki Doki food truck. Shout out to him, right? He
Yes.
caught wind that it was your birthday, and we not only got a discount, but he like brought you a little treat, right? A little treat to the table, and was like, and we got to talk to him, and he's like, "How you liking it?" And that's why I love local spots, man. Like you get to talk to the people, and they actually create it, and you get to know the I don't know, the vision and the creation behind the product.
Yeah, I definitely shout out to Tokidoki. Man, that food truck. If you like curry or if you like katsu in
Oh,
Japanese style, it is to die for. He's making burgers now, which feeling one day I'll get adventurous for that. But
mhm.
I go for that katsu or the curry
Yeah,
fries where they just covered in the cheese and the curry sauce. Oh man, I'm hungry for it again already.
right. I'm down to go when you are. Well, and they have so many different a different variety of brews on tap. Like last time I went, there was a pickle beer. Before the Mankini, I drank a smoked beer. It was like a forest fire beer or something they called it. They have like that thin mint beer. They have experimental beers. I like when breweries do that because beer shouldn't be boring. It should be exciting. So yeah, can't wait to go back. Uh how's life? You're in Vegas. How's life been? Anything new? Anything crazy?
No, just the craziness that is. I mean, you hit the nail on the head, man. Last week we skipped. Not only did we have the Chaos release, I had my birthday. I went to the range on Saturday,
Yep.
and got to meet up with a couple of Alex was there as well as another friend of mine, Nick, and we also met with Solo, who was part of the draft last year, but he brought out his Beretta, and
Mhm.
he put some customization in there, and it looks like. Let's just put it this way: there's a certain compensator on it. If people don't know what I mean, it's a barrel modification at the end. Go play some shooters. First off, and number two, he put a wood grain handle on it, as well as inside of that little custom hand grip is a umbrella logo. So it is a
Beautiful. Love that.
Resident Evil Beretta. It's amazing. It fires beautifully. The only thing that topped it was my buddy Nick, who he's let's just say he found a hobby he really likes. And as soon as he saw Solo's Beretta, he's like, "Hey, you want to see mine?" And so Solo's like, "Yeah, sure." And Nick pulls out this thing with this red dots or green dot sight on it. He's got a silencer on this bad
Oh
boy, a
man.
suppressor that's almost the size of the thing. An extended magazine. It is the most Gucci Beretta, and I'm like, well, I've always been of the opinion that like, why would you do that to your pistol? Because pistol marksmanship is pretty ineffective after a certain range. And I fired this thing, Matt, at 100 yards. I was hitting targets with a pistol.
Oh wow.
I'm like, this is
That's pretty far away
unreal.
for a pistol.
Uh huh. Not necessarily 100% accurate. You can't hit a certain target body
Yeah.
part, but you can hit the target, and I'm like, that's unreal for a pistol, man.
Mhm. Wow. Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but what
That
about you?
sounds like a good
How's
time.
how's your week been, man?
It's been good. It's been good. I'm gearing up for a life change at some point. An evolution. When I land somewhere, I'll fill people in on that. But just a change in my life for the good, of course. And I'll still play video games. Mike's coming with me, so. But I'm probably staying in Colorado Springs most likely. So yeah, just a move at some point, and just something new. And dude, I've been just gaming a lot. Haven't been able to get on the mountain. I think the last time I was able to snowboard was a month ago, and I think it's not going to happen. It's just too hot. It was like 75 degrees yesterday. So I like hot, but I mean, when it comes to snowboarding and trying to get on the mountain, that's not ideal. So I have been one wheeling a little bit. That's fun. If you don't know what a one wheel, it's like a Segway with one wheel in the middle and two foot pads on either side, and you lean to go forward and you lean back to go back. It's fun. Goes like 15, 20 miles an hour, about an 18 to 20-mile range. And it's like floating. So one wheels are fun. I've been doing that. But other than that, man, just been gaming. We're going to talk all about a game we just got, and one of the reasons we skipped last year or last week's episode. Not only, I mean, we did want to line up 50 with May 1st, but we were inundated in some fucking games, which we're going to talk all about. So, but before that, let's get into this news because oh my God, the event today just has
Yeah.
me gleaming. Just,
So,
I'm so fucking excited.
yep. I'll tell you what, buddy. We'll save that for the end.
Yeah,
And
love that.
I will go ahead and we will do a quick start with the first item here, because I know you're a movie buff, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And this is coming from Variety. It's been circulated around online, but oh, I hate those sites. Please don't allow our ads. No, I don't need
Oh
your.
yeah.
Anyways, PlayStation's Bloodborne video game is being developed into an R-rated animated feature for Sony Pictures that the studio says will embrace the carnage that made the game so popular. Sanford Panichik, president of Sony Pictures Entertainment Motion Group, promised during the studio's CinemaCon presentation that the long-rumored film will be very true to the glory spirit of Bloodborne, which follows a traveler who journeys through a gothic city of nightmarish creatures. Now, here's the catch, there, buddy. The one of the producers, that hasn't specified what type of producer, executive assistant, whatever, is going to be a self-proclaimed fan and well-known gamer, Sean McLaughlin, better known as Jacksepticeye online,
Mm-hmm.
who's going to be guiding this in whatever producer capacity he has. So, I know you're more of a cinema buff than I am, man. And I know you've played Bloodborne. So you're in on this? I assume.
Oh yeah, 100%. Especially since it's not live action. I think video game adaptations shine when they're animated. And the fact that this is rated R as well and is being produced, a producer just kind of funds the project and lightly uh, contributes to the creative process. So, but he's a huge fan of Bloodborne, and he has the history to prove it. So, yeah, get a fan in there, make it animated and rated R. Dude, Bloodborne's my favorite Souls like of all time. Incredible game. Originally on the PS4, new IP for the PS4, and if it's PlayStation Productions, they usually correlate a game release with their media releases. With Uncharted, we got the Uncharted remastered. With New Dawn, what is it called? The Dawn game. The
Oh, Blood of Dawnwalker.
no, the Choose Your Own Adventure. Fuck, it's something Dawn. I don't know, but that was correlated with another remake of the original or remaster of the original. With The Last of Us, we got uh we got the part one and the part two remasters. So they correlate uh media releases with new game releases. So my God, can we please just get a Bloodborne, just a remaster, just a little remaster? Maybe they're trying to show because FromSoft is blocking this. FromSoft is like, nope, we don't want to touch the IP. And Bloodborne is 30 frames on PS4. And if they brought it to PS5, unlocked it, it could be 60, do new things with it, even a remaster, man, because it's an incredible Souls like. So
Yeah.
just
Only
dark and amazing gameplay. I've played it 3 times. I still don't have the platinum because I refuse to save scum.
I mean,
So,
if PlayStation only had a I don't know, a party or studio that could fucking make that happen real easily. Sorry, I know I'm opening an old wound there, but
right?
you're right. I think I see the potential with this.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're still early on. We don't even have promotional material for this. So and I know Jacksepticeye by name, and since the fact I haven't heard his name spewed by the kids of, oh, did you hear what this YouTuber did? Spoiler, it's usually they committed fraud or touched a kid. This
Mm-hmm.
tells me that he might actually have a clean record, and that's
Yeah.
good. He's passionate about the game. I agree. Bloodborne is my favorite Souls like, to this day. There's something about that parry system that they developed. The you go to get hit and you just say parry this, you filthy casual, as you hit him with a fucking
Mm-hmm.
blunderbuss. There's something about that I love. It's so visceral. Uh,
Yeah.
and I'm like you. I don't have the platinum. I just play it because I fucking love the game.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's got incredible enemy design, super cool level design, just awesome. Just a creepy atmosphere. The game is dripping with atmosphere. Until Dawn is what I was thinking of. Until
That's it.
Dawn. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
So they
The one
released
that
the movie, not great, but then they also, on the heels of that, they released a remakester, we can say, of the Until Dawn original, and I think they greenlit a sequel, maybe, but I don't know if it's happening because the movie didn't do well because it wasn't like the game. Like, make it like the game and make it fucking animated. None of this God of War, Last of Us, Horizon, live action bullshit. Just animate it. In my opinion, the best video game adaptation so far has been Castlevania, the animated TV series on Netflix. Devil May Cry, close second. Incredible, also animated. And we're getting season 2. We got a season 2 trailer.
Okay, I might have to check out that Devil May Cry because I agree with
Oh
you
yeah.
when about the praise that Castlevania deserves. I joined it later, didn't know it was coming out. That's how much I had my head in the ground with playing games, and then all of a sudden, there's 2 seasons of Castlevania, an animated series on Netflix, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
wait, what is
There's
this?
5 now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched them all, and oh, they're a chef's kiss. That's how
Yeah.
you do it. And when you're talking about high fantasy, and you can do it. I mean, you look at Lord of the Rings. There's a way to do that, but there's something
It
about
really
the
works.
It rarely works, and you have to have a really passionate team, and the stars have to align. It's a very big gamble. Just animate the hell out of it. Let us
Yeah.
get that visual flair. We can use our imagination. We're video gamers. We use our imagination to put ourselves into a virtual world and enjoy it and escape.
Mm-hmm.
We can do that with a
Exactly.
TV show.
Yeah. The next adaptation I think is my most anticipated is Hyper Light Drifter.
Oh, they're really doing that.
Yeah, for Netflix. Yeah, animated. That game has a crazy fucking story. But Hyper Light Breaker didn't do well because they kind of deviated from the formula. Hyper Light Drifter is like a Zelda like pixel art, incredible game.
Mhm.
Uh, but they started going live service and, like, I wouldn't say battle royale, co-op arena shooter. It didn't do well. Shocker, right? Stick to your roots. Just give us the sequel of Hyper Light Breaker. But yeah, I think that they're doing an animated Hyper Light Breaker TV series on Netflix. So Netflix has a lot of the video game adaptations. But yeah, Bloodborne, I am excited for. If it was live action, I'd be less excited. But the fact that it's helmed and produced by a big fan of Bloodborne, and someone that knows what Bloodborne is and how it should be. It's animated and it's rated R. Yep, hitting all the things. I'm in. Excited.
Yeah, I love that, man. Let's see it happen. And well, we'll see when we get the first promotional material because it's going to come, and then everybody's going to
Oh
dissect
yeah.
it. So we'll see it when it comes along.
Yep.
Um,
Very
all
cool.
right. Anything else about Bloodborne? Because if not, we will jump into our next piece of news here. Um, we'll go with this one here because this is relevant. Hopefully, we're starting to see some promises come to fruition. This is actually coming from Xbox Wire. It was sent out to the
Mm-hmm.
entire Xbox Direct team, so you can go look at it over there. This is coming from Matt Booty and Asha, the two new lead heads of the Xbox organization, for lack of better terms.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, folks, I'm running on slow sleep. But anyways, they laid out a plan for the future of Xbox. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Specifically, they talk about players are frustrated. New feature drops on consoles have been less frequent. Our presence in PC isn't strong enough. Pricing is getting harder to keep up with. And they also go on to talk about the potential exclusivity, bringing that back as well. And more tangentially to this article, it's not in here, but it was followed up immediately after this article. Um, Xbox Game Pass is dropping in price.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimate's going from $30 to $23, so you're getting a $7 savings if you're still on that.
Yeah. Does that mean they might pull some content too? Probably.
Don't you pull, Master Chief. You don't you dare pull up now.
No, 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 not the exclusive, the Game Pass.
Oh, the
Like
Game Pass?
the day and date like big titles, right? Though you might not see those as much. So
Yes, in fact, thank you for jogging my memory on that one as well, because that was the other half of the Game Pass decrease. Call of Duty is no longer going to be on Game Pass for the first year that it's released. So you got to pony up the dough, folks. But I think as I heard this, I started thinking, I'm like, why are you doing this? You're backpedaling, and then I realized Call of Duty had soft sales. This latest Black Ops 7, it got trounced by Battlefield 6, and honestly, people are going to buy it despite the fact that Call of Duty Black Ops 7 objectively got beat up in critical scores outside of you, IGN, looking at you, to Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6 kind of had its day in the sun. Call of Duty still ended up in the top five, I want to say the top 5 or top 10 best-selling games of 2025. So at the end of the day, Asha and Matt, I think, probably looked at this and said, people are still going to buy Call of Duty. They don't care. They're going to do it anyways. Just like people are going to pay $100 for GTA 6 in November. So go ahead and pay the price of admission because we know you're going to pay it. And I think they're calling a bluff here to the gamers.
exactly. And kind of a bait and switch a little bit, but they are reducing the price. And this overall news, it looks like the new leadership, Xbox might be getting serious again, and they are revisiting the exclusivity stuff, which sucks. But I mean, I don't care about day one exclusivity, but if it eventually comes to PlayStation, that's all I care about. And I don't know if they're going to do day and date stuff anymore, and they're really taking stock of what they literally said. We know fans are frustrated, and we're here to fix things. So this is great news for gamers of all kinds, including us, PlayStation centric gamers, because competition is very good for the consumer. And if they can get their shit together, it keeps PlayStation on their toes. It keeps Nintendo on their toes. Even though Nintendo's like, oh, we don't compete with Xbox. Yeah, you do. Shut up. You do. You're a video game company that makes consoles and games. You compete directly with PlayStation, Xbox. So, full stop. But PlayStation, man, PlayStation has been slipping a little bit this generation. We're still getting incredible games, but they've been making some interesting moves, and they had a shake up with leadership too. So if PlayStation did what they did in the last 2 or 3 years and fumbled so heavily, with Concord and probably Fair Games coming up, with a strong Xbox, ooh, it would have been dire. It would have been bad. But Xbox fucked up even more. So the fact that PlayStation fucked up, but it wasn't as bad because, I mean, their competitor was almost like non-existent at one point, and they were going the Sega route, which was third-party game development. I love to see Xbox taking games more seriously. They're talking about their new console. I'm never going to go back to Xbox. I was big on 360, but I had always had a PlayStation. PlayStation was always, home, and it's my only home now. Nintendo's secondary. So whatever Xbox makes, if it stays on Xbox, it's staying there, and I'm never going to play it. But if it eventually comes to PlayStation, I'll definitely play it, like Gears of War and stuff like that. But expect to see their big, Halo, Gears of War, even Forza. You're already seeing it with Forza. Expect to see those big titles. We're not getting them day and date. We still don't have the release date for Halo, Bob. Halo Combat Evolved or
Yep.
Halo Campaign Evolved.
Yep.
I think this is their opportunity to say, it's not day and date. If you want to play Halo, a remake of Halo, day one, you got to have an Xbox or a PC, right? And then we'll eventually get it. So I think they're going to go back to the middle ground, right? The main thing they were doing was exclusivity only on Xbox. You never saw Halo on PlayStation. You never saw Gears of War on PlayStation. It was unheard of. And then they said, okay, timed exclusively. And then they were like, oh yeah, day and date, you're getting Xbox on place, or you're getting Halo on PlayStation, which we were like, holy shit. I think they're going to go back to middle ground. I think they're going to be like, nah, if you want to play our exclusive games on day one, you got to have an Xbox. But in 6 to 8 months, they'll eventually come to PlayStation. And then you can get the better, more optimized version.
Well, you say that, but there's that double-edged sword, man. I think Starfield, the PS5, kind of just went in like a fart in the wind, dude.
It was a better version than the launch one on the Xbox One.
Did you see?
It's still a fart, but
did you see some of the issues people were having? They were getting 4 minutes into the game, and the game was fucking hard crashing on them on the PlayStation 5.
Damn.
So there's a piece of this that could go, because you don't want to build a narrative around a game and then nobody buys it on PlayStation because it's mediocre, mid. Take your verbiage there. But there's a chance there. But you know what? Just finish it. I don't care what you do, Xbox, because at the end of the day, until you go pull full exclusivity and you bring back the Master Chief and you expand that universe, don't give us the Master Chief collection. You give us a good, solid system. You give us Fable. You give us every bit of Rare IP out there. You give us the Forza. You give us the exclusives, not just one, but I'm talking the whole buffet. I still have no reason to buy your product, because I'm not spending $700 just to play Halo Campaign Evolved. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. I love Halo. I love Master Chief, but I'm not doing that. I've got to be realistic here.
Everyone's hoping and wishing it's going to be $700, but try doubling that for their next console.
Yeah. We all know that this is a possibility.
They said they're going that. Well, I don't know, because the new leadership, they're kind of changing course, so they might say, oh, we're not going to do the PC route, and we're going to do an actual console that competes with PlayStation. So they will probably compete with the PS5 Pro price at $800 now. So yeah. We'll see.
There's something there. There's something there. I'm not smart enough to figure it out, because I wouldn't have bet on the Game Pass. You don't bet out, like, you don't do that. And the subscription on a product like that, it doesn't work out in the long run.
I've always hated subscription models, and they've been training their fan base to not buy games, and that's why Pragmata has sold 6% of its sales on Xbox, and all the other sales are on PC, PS5. You've been training your gamers not to buy your game, so good luck backpedaling that again. We'll see how it shakes out for them, but I think this is a step in the right direction, and I'm glad they're back in the game and they're taking the competition seriously in the gaming space.
100% agreed, man. I couldn't have said it better myself. All right. Well,
awesome.
Without further ado, my friend, I had something else I wanted to kind of talk about. We'll hit it up another time.
You sure?
Yeah. Well, if you want to talk, are you sure? Because I'm more than happy. I think this is important, and I haven't seen really much chatter about it, because we all the community kind of agrees in a similar idea mindset, but I don't know why nobody's talking about this, which is Shuhei Yoshida. This is coming from Video Games Chronicle. I saw it circulating in a few other sites before it was finally picked up. Listeners might know, Shuhei is a 31-year veteran of Sony or PlayStation, and he recently quit in the last year, and 2019. I'm sorry. And he's been kind of circulating, doing some interviews. He's a very well, still being very grounded and talking to the community, telling stories about games, things of that nature. And he's been kind of unleashed. And it was reported that he was in Australia recently for the Alt Games Festival, and he was talking about some indie game success, what makes indie games successful, and a few other things. But this quote in particular kind of got his attention, or got my attention, which is, quote, I helped Santa Monica to make God of War, Naughty Dog to make Uncharted, and The Last of Us, and Sucker Punch to make the beautiful Ghost of Tsushima, Yoshida reportedly said. Ghost of Tsushima was one of the last games I worked on as president of Worldwide Studios. But in 2019, after 11 years of leading first party development, with all of those games, by the way, I was fired from the role. Jim Ryan wanted to remove me from first party because I didn't listen to him. He asked to do some ridiculous things, and I said, quote, no.
Mm-hmm. What do we think of these ridiculous things are? Because I have an idea of what they were.
It was exactly what it was. I personally think it was Jim Ryan said, let's buy some studios, let's make some live services, big vision and plan. And Shuhei stepped back and said, you need to foster your environment. You need to have people like me who can say, no, I don't think this game's going to work. And you trust that individual. And I don't think Jim Ryan did. I don't think which is fucking stupid. You had Shuhei Yoshida on your side, man. How incompetent can you be?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I think he was trying to push the live service stuff and saying, "Oh yeah, let's get some more live service stuff." And Shuhei was like, "No, this. I mean, it's good that we do this, but let's focus on our single player and first party narrative driven titles." And he was like, "No. It's all live service." But then, I mean, they're both gone, unfortunately, and they really need to bring Shuhei back because he's a fucking legend. That has fostered some of the one of the best generations in PlayStation, PS4, and has greenlit some of the best stuff on PlayStation. But yeah, they were going in a wrong direction. Shuhei was like, "This isn't the direction I want to see PlayStation going in. I'm fighting back," and they're like, "All right, we'll see you." He's like, "All right, we'll see you." So big mistake on their end, and yeah, fuck you, Jim Ryan.
Bye, Felicia. Now,
Uh-huh.
can we just go ahead and do the same thing with Herman Holst and toss him out for a bit?
Put
But
Shuhei in charge.
Yeah. This goes back to what we said, which is Jim Ryan obviously did bad generational damage to PlayStation. But after a moment, he's been gone for 4 years now? 2 or 4
Yeah.
years. After a certain amount of time, you got to stop putting his name out there and saying it's his fault that that we're gonna, if Fair Games flops, which quite frankly, if it does come out, I think it's going to.
And
if it comes,
four loop,
and Four Loop's looking a little struggle, and then Horizon Hunter is gathering. You got to look and say that's not Jim Ryan, man. He's been long gone. You stop bringing up the Ghost of the Dead, and let Herman go. But bringing this back, this is a shame. And I think the most interesting piece about this, Matt, is Shuhei is a Japanese businessman first and foremost. And then you look at other Japanese business and the way it's ran culturally. This is was reportedly said. I haven't found a video on it online, but the fact is, this is some heat coming from a culture that typically does not speak ill of a situation. They're usually tight-lipped,
especially previous employers. For sure.
So if this is the case, and we just got Jim Ryan dropped as you're the reason why Shuhei's gone, or this is the reason I left, that's a huge middle finger to Jim Ryan and company.
Yeah. And we've seen PlayStation kind of lose their way. I mean, dude, having Concord not only score in the 60s for a PlayStation game, PlayStation usually hits like 80s, 90s, but they pulled it. They pulled the fucking game. We own a copy, sealed. We own a part of PlayStation history. I still might frame mine. I don't know. I didn't play it. I saw the trailer and I was interested until they went into the arena shooter stuff. And I'm like, I'm not interested anymore. Look like Guardians of the Galaxy. Now it's going to fail. I can tell you right now. Like, put me in the fucking board of PlayStation and I can make better decisions than these asshats.
So you're right, man. I don't know business, but I can make decisions, and I'm a leader, and that's like, I'm not so sure, man. You got to also have a tastemaker, somebody who understands games.
Exactly, and give the gamers what they want, and follow the trend and be true to your roots. Most importantly, so yeah, you need a live service game, and dude, marathons hitting on all cylinders. It sounds like Helldivers was great. They kind of screwed that up a little bit, but you need maybe one or two in the chamber live service, but then keep focusing on what you're focusing on. We've had so many canceled. I mean, dude, it's just a matter of time for fair games. It's when it fails, not if. For loop is going to fail. I hate to say this, people lose their jobs and everything, but there's a time economy. There's a time economy in the video game space, and even in the video game space, in your life space, you have a time economy. And if you bring it, like, let's say you have marathon and for loop, your gamer has to choose. They're not going to play both, right? They might play both, but then they might lean to one, or they might play a lot of for loop and then go back to like, it's cannibalizing each other if you have too many live service games out at once. And dude, Fortnite is huge. Grand Theft Auto is coming out. Grand Theft Auto Online is going to be huge. We got leaked numbers for that. They make like fucking 10 million a week or some shit like that. It's crazy. So yeah, Fair Games is going to fail, unfortunately. They scrapped the Last of Us factions. They scrapped the God of War multiplayer. They scrapped the Spider-Man multiplayer. Dude, I would have played a Spider-Man multiplayer, like a multiverse fucking thing where you were Spider-Man and like co-op or even PvP. And dude, they scrapped the Twisted Metal one. Like, I would have played a Twisted Metal Battle Royale. It's probably one of the only Battle Royales I would have played, but I would have played that. So yeah, that kind of touches back onto the failures that PlayStation has encountered in this generation. But all in all, we're still getting great games. We're going to talk about one of those shortly, and we're still getting fed very well. But bring Shuhei back. He was a gem. I've met him. I shook his hand. I thanked him for what he's done for this generation at PSX 2015, either 15 or 16. He's just a really nice guy in person. I couldn't understand anything he was saying because he didn't speak English and I don't speak Japanese, but I've heard him do a lot of interviews. I've heard him on a lot of podcasts, and he really cares about gamers and video games and keeping the art form alive. And I bet Jim Ryan came to him and he was like, "We're in this for money." And Shuhei's like, "Well, I know we're a company and we want to make money, but we're in this for games." And Jim Ryan's like, "Money." And he's like, "Games." He's like, Shuhei got booted because of what he believes in. And I respect the hell out of the guy for that. So bring him back, have him turn PlayStation around. God, would that be awesome?
Dude, I would love that so much. It's like this is I don't know. This hit me in a way like this is like Shintaro Furukawa, the current Nintendo CEO, being like, "Hey, Miyamoto, I appreciate all you're doing, but I need you to go. Well, we've got other things. We're going in a different direction. Are you fucking high?"
Right. Exactly.
But
yeah,
but yes,
he's a legend. He's a legend in the video game industry.
Yeah, absolutely. And they don't age out. They're not quarterbacks for the NFL. You let them keep going, man. But
yeah.
Exactly. All right. Well, my rant is over. Thank you. And I think it's time to let you have your day in the sun, if you will, my friend. This is the big thing. We were worried. This is the worst kept secret, as everybody knows, in video game, recent video game memory. Prince of Persia, the Sands of Time remake was scrapped so that the Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced could live. And I'm not well, I'm still sad. I'm okay with that trade-off, man. We finally got the video. We got the announcement. It's coming July 9th to all platforms. This is amazing. You were watching it better. You probably had a better view than me. I was on the road watching this live and was just like, "Oh, you're saying all the right stuff." So I'm going to let you, Ben. This is in your top 5 games. Fucking have your moment. You even drafted this shit. So take her away.
I did. A long time ago. It was a pickup. And I think it's going to be similar to your Tactics pickup because I drafted it a while back. Almost dropped it because of Ubisoft and what they were going through, and they scrapped the Prince of Persia remake. But this has been rumored for a while. I think I drafted it last year as well. I thought we might be getting it at the Game Awards, then Summer Game Fest, then the Game Awards, then Summer Game Fest. It's been like a couple years. So this has been cooking for a while. Assassin's Creed Black Flag is being remade from the ground up. And they had an awesome event today, 10 a.m. Mountain Time. They dove into it. So the headlines: launching July 9th, 2026. The original launched in 2014, I believe. So 12 years later, remade from the ground up, and with Ubisoft's modern Anvil engine. So the same engine that was made in Shadows. I know I haven't played Shadows just because I had to pick between Ghost Yote and Shadows because they're two very similar games. But Shadows, I haven't heard anyone bitching about the fidelity and how it looks. So Ubisoft's Anvil engine is gorgeous. And from what we saw today, there's a trailer. They dove into it. They talked to the devs. They brought Edward Kenway's voice actor. And it's launching for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. So, yeah, ground up remake. And it's not just a remaster or a visual upgrade. They remade this from the ground up, and you can tell. You can tell. So, like Bob said, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is one of my top 5 favorite games of all time. I think we talked about it in one of the episodes, early episodes, where we talked about our top 10 games of all time. Assassin's Creed 4 is up there. It's my fourth or fifth most played game on PlayStation. I have beat it on the Xbox 360. I have beat it on PlayStation 4 twice. I have not platinumed it because of the multiplayer bullshit, and that is not coming back. So thankfully, they are not bringing the multiplayer stuff or the modern day storyline. They're still gonna tell it. They have to. No spoilers, but they have to tell the modern day storyline. But it's not going to be playable from what we know. And also, we're not going to have the DLC either. So they're scrapping the DLC. The DLC was okay. It was a lot of recycled content. So I'm glad they're doing this. It focused on Adewale, your first mate, which you find out in like the first fucking 5 hours of the game, and it's in the marketing. So, but yeah, I'm so excited for this. Assassin's Creed is one of my favorite IPs. They've kind of fallen off the wayside with Ubisoft in the last, decade. But I recently played Valhalla. Valhalla brings a lot of what Black Flag had, and that was the reason I loved Valhalla so much. It's my sixth most played game on PlayStation. So yeah, and I platinumed that one. Ooh, 146 hours or something like that. I don't know. I had a blast. And Eivor is awesome. So yeah, what's new in this remake from the ground up? Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag or Assassin's Creed. They dropped the 4. Did you notice that?
They did. Yeah, I noticed that. That was that's okay. We know what you're going for, buddy.
Yeah,
we don't do the numbers.
Yeah, they don't like doing numbers anymore. They'll either hide it or make it small in the marketing because they want people coming in with a fresh outlook, and they don't want people thinking, oh, well, I'm not going to play this because I have to play the first 3. You don't. Assassin's Creed doesn't work that way. There aren't a lot of Assassin's Creed. They're all linked, but they're individual stories. So this story is set in the pirate era in the Caribbean and in the 1500s. So when pirates were very prominent, and if you love pirates, if you like being an assassin, if you like sailing ships, dude, this is the best by far. And I'm a huge fan of pirates. The best pirate simulator by far. Like I don't see if Thieves doesn't touch it. They created Skull and Bones from the ship combat of Assassin's Creed 4 because it was so good. So we're getting modern visuals. It's gorgeous. You can check out the trailer and the screenshots. We're getting lighting, animation, dude. New weather in the Caribbean. Fuck yeah! We did not have weather before. We had scripted weather in some of the sequences, but we didn't have weather. Updated gameplay systems, new combat, new stealth, new parkour, new naval combat too. We're getting new characters. We're getting new first mates. So you can allocate a first mate and it gives you specific abilities for your ship, which is cool. Expanded story elements, which is awesome. They're going to go into more of Edward Kenway's story and not spoiling anything on here, but his character progression is some of the best I've ever seen. Honestly, he starts as I'll tell you how he starts. He starts as a greedy, just uh, reckless pirate, and
Yeah.
he evolves into something. I'll just say that he's one of my favorite characters. He's up there with Leon, Cloud, Link, top five
Really?
easily. Oh yeah, dude, Edward Kenway's amazing. He's on the level of Ezio. He's on the level with Ezio, and yeah, he's very important too in the Assassin's Creed timeline. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I love
Very,
that, man.
very important. The things in Assassin's Creed 4 are very, very important to the overall Assassin's Creed timeline. So, uh,
I'm so glad you know that information, because Black Flag for me, and this is what really got me with this, is Black Flag was my not my introduction into Assassin's Creed. I did three back in the day, and I thought it was great. And then I said, oh, hey, wait, Assassin's Creed was fun. We're doing this in pirates. Yeah, let's go fucking do this, and let's hope they stick the landing. And they did in the original. You
mhm.
really felt like it with your the sea shanties. I almost screwed that up there, folks. And the ability to strategically figure out how you're going to attack your targets, because you had multiple options between ramming and broadside attacks and all this other cool stuff. And then now we're seeing with Resynced, they're like they understand the assignment, which was there's a good story there, but a majority of players that played Assassin's Creed Black Flag, the original, remember the number of hours you roamed the sea and you hunted for targets and you did all of this cool pirate stuff that quite frankly got built on when you played Odyssey, and particularly Valhalla. Really built upon a lot of that. So they understand the assignment. Remember what made Black Flag fun, and fucking develop that and make that a gold mine. And I'm convinced it's good. The only thing that I would be concerned with is, at the end of the day, this is still Ubisoft, man, and they tend to stumble out the gate. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I'm getting it day one. If it has major issues on launch, I might not play it day one. I'm buying it day one. I already have the collector's edition pre-ordered. You know how many collector's editions I get? Last collector's edition I got was Final Fantasy Rebirth. One of the best one I've ever bought, because you get a 19-inch fucking Sephiroth statue, which is incredible. I do not buy collector's editions. This,
Mm-hmm.
I, folks, I don't think you understand how much I fucking like this game. Like, it's in the echelons of Final Fantasy VII, Zelda, Horizon, Metroid. It's up there. I love Assassin's Creed, and this is by far my favorite Assassin's Creed. I like this over Assassin's Creed 2, because
Mm.
it just resonates with me. I don't know. I might have been a fucking pirate in my previous life. Who knows? But yeah, the thing I liked about this event, it was like 30 minutes or like 20 minutes or something like that. And they really emphasized, like, we're not changing a lot. We're just making what was there a lot better and a lot prettier. We're adding new content, and we want to stay true to the original because that's what our fans love. So the rumors of this being an RPG, not an RPG. They're staying true to the original, and it's going to be they're enhancing combat, but it's not going to be an RPG. So I'm thankful for that. I didn't want it to be an RPG. We're getting ray tracing, modern lighting, improved textures, dynamic weather, seamless world transitions. The load screens are going to be non-existent. Better audio, more cinematic presentation, more action focused with parries, takedowns, and reactive combat. And they're saying it feels closer to modern AC, but not a full RPG. So, the thing was that was a little stinky in the original, and they had a
Mhm.
lot. Were the tailing eavesdropping missions? Uh, you it was just an insta fail if you got too close or too far, and the room for error there was not great. And like, you would just be doing these, it's just eavesdropping missions where you have to listen in to multiple people talking to each other, and you had to be a specific length away from them, like above or below or in grass or something. And the slightest move, if you fucked it up, it would reset it and you'd have to do it all over again. They fixed that. And they literally said, we know that was a big pain point in the original, and we know you didn't like it, so we're fixing it. And for a company to admit that is so awesome. And to acknowledge that is so awesome. So if you're spotted in these missions now, the mission continues dynamically instead of it desynced you. It fucking like it was a game over.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's awesome. And the new movement on the par of Assassin's Creed Shadows, and it looks gorgeous. And dude, you get new animal companions, and you have two choices, and they sit next to you when you're on the ship, when you're the captain of the ship, and you can either do a monkey or a cat. Oh my! I'm choosing the fucking monkey. I might name it Alexios or Ezio. I don't know, but the monkey has a little fucking pirate jacket and little pirate pants. Shit.
Oh, yeah. I knew you would pick that monkey. I am always going to be. I'm going to default to Team Cat. Like that's just who I am. And I'm going to be like, yeah, let's bring. Also, I thought about this. I'm not saying necessarily this is a absolute reason, but it is a reason in my head. Is cats were on ships at this time. Because they helped with the mice control. So for me, it's kind of like you're being even more immersed into this. At the end of the day, you're still Assassin's Creed, and you're committing mass murder, quite frankly, and nobody seems to stop you.
But it makes so much sense in this setting because that's what pirates did. They were bad. Pirates were bad. They're not good. I mean, some good pirates, but they were thieves, and they stole, and they were sometimes evil, and it makes so much sense that pirates do that, and they're mainly against the Templars, and they wrap this the Templar story up in this game beautifully. So yeah, man, dude, the exploration. Like we have a friend that he played like 50 hours of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and he didn't even get past chapter 3 because the exploration of the Caribbean in the ship is so awesome. I like to say the Jackdaw is one of the best supporting characters in the game because it's so fun just sailing around. You have so much to do. You have diving missions, you have whaling missions, you have all kinds of collectibles. The map is fucking huge. It's on the scale of probably Odyssey, I'd say. And for that time, it was amazing. Like around every corner, you're finding a collectible, you're finding a secret, and it's just, God, it's a gem of a game, and I cannot wait to dive into this adventure again. After 5 years, I played it again 5 years ago, July 9th. My July is cooked, bro. It is just done.
You're going to be on that all the whole time. We'll see.
We'll and I'll stream it too.
Yeah, absolutely. You should. I will. It all depends on a few other things that shake out. I will be very interested in getting this game day one if I can do it. Not necessarily play it right away because April kind of. Let's be honest, folks. It threw everything through a loop, and then July is. I'll just say it this way: July is rumored to be another big game to potentially drop, and yeah, that one wins over Black Flag. For me personally. So we'll see. But I will definitely be on here. The diving, by the way, and I saw in the promotional videos. Holy shit! That is the biggest upgrade that I've seen visually. It looks amazing. It looks exactly what I wanted. What I wanted before, because it was kind of grainy and a little weird in the OG. It was a little jarring, but here it
foggy. It was foggy. They made it foggy. Now it's super clear. Yeah, they use fog and they obscure graphics for like high rendering objects, especially underwater. You have to render a lot. You have to animate a lot. So they would.
Yep.
There's shortcuts they use, but not here. And then, dude, the Mayan temples that you explore, there's a screenshot of it. There's so much, dude. You like pirates, you like sailing around on a ship, you like fucking just chilling on an island drinking rum. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced is for you.
I
And
love drinking some rum, man. And please,
yeah, you got the
Ubisoft.
rum.
Yes, yes, I do. I still have some in
Dude,
the
we gotta
freezer, I
crack
think.
that open. July 9th, we
Oh,
gotta crack that open, right? That's the perfect
oh,
perfect timing.
yeah, I still have some. Let's fucking do it. It's not the greatest, but I think it's symbolic
Yeah,
enough.
no.
Let's fucking do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's probably
ooh,
shitty rum. It's probably shitty rum in a AC4 bottle, but hey, symbolism. And hey, dude, we'll have a collector's edition opening party
ooh, I like
because
this.
I have it. Yeah,
Let's do this, man. I like that. Let
yeah.
fucking set it up,
I
Scotty. Let's do this.
I have a pirate outfit that I wear. And literally behind me, where is it? Oh, well, I have a captain's hat that I wear at Renfest, uh, in Colorado, which is like pirate themed and Celtic themed and all kinds of shit. But I'll wear my pirate outfit. We'll go all pirate in this bitch, you know. So
Let let's do it,
love
man.
it.
Let's set that up. I love that. Let's make that happen.
Hell yeah,
But
we'll do it.
yeah, man. Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, Resynced. It's on your draft. I think it's going to score you very well. So, out of all of your predictions, you finally got one, and I don't think you could have gotten a better one, to be honest.
I think so. I think so. The original got an 85. It has like a 90s user score, but there were some improvements that needed on the original, and it sounds like they know what they need to improve, and they are improving it, and they're making it pretty, and they're adding story content, and they're adding diet, like all kinds of shit. I honestly think this might score in the early 90s or the low 90s, honestly. So I think this is a hit for me, and I just can't wait to play it. It's one of my favorite games, one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games, and just dive in with our boy Edward. He's amazing. So
Yep, absolutely, man. But yeah, that's all there is. Oh, I do want to say one last final thing. Please, Ubisoft, take advantage of the PSSR 2.0 on the PlayStation 5
mm,
Pro. That's all I
hmm
ask. If you please,
yep,
please take advantage of
we've
that.
gotten we've gotten PC specs, and it looks like it's not as heavy, but we'll see. So, dude, all the screenshots, all the video we've seen, it's gorgeous. And
Uh-huh.
the first game was ahead of its time, man. It really was, and just incredible water dynamics. So, yeah, uh, less than 2 months away. Can't wait. Fuck yeah.
I can't wait to see that collector's edition, man. So,
Mm-hmm.
we'll do a party.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see it,
Yeah.
and show it off to the community.
Yeah. We'll get some video and we'll throw it on Discord. So, yeah, that's been the news this week. Let's talk about what we're playing. Let's gush over another game that
I
we're
got three of
playing.
them.
I have two. I just have an update for one I've been playing.
All right,
I
you wanna?
I'll go first since you have a lot more.
Yeah, go
And
ahead.
well, I'll do my one. You do your two, and then we'll wrap it back up with the game we've both played.
Yeah, let's.
That we
I
need to
like
talk
that.
about.
Let's do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah.
So I had still played Vesperia, Tales of Vesperia. It is now my 11th most played game on PlayStation. I fucking love this game. It's my second favorite Tales game of all time now. I'm in the end game. I never did end game on 360. I never even beat it on 360. Like I got close, but like now I'm in the end game and I'm like breaking the game. Like I think a level 115. It's really interesting to see stuff that no other person has seen in the game. Like you when you get to end game, you get past the credits and you overcome all these challenges, you see stuff like 5% of people have seen when they play this game, you know?
Ooh.
So the end game is super fun. I'm in this dungeon. This dungeon takes about 10 to 15 hours to complete. Uh, I can't beat the last boss. The last boss is level 200. I'm level 115. You have to be level 200. And even then, it's hard. Talk about a fucking super boss. So I got to the last boss and I got my ass handed to me. Just immediately wiped. And I have a good team and I've broken the game. But yeah, I'm doing the dungeon. I might, after we're done with the game we're about to talk about, play a little bit more, play like Labyrinth of Memories, which brings old content from other Tales games. So I'm really excited for that because I'm a big Tales fan. Might do that. And then after that, going to be playing Hades too. But
Yeah.
I've greatly enjoyed my time with Tales of Vesperia, and it's in my top three easily. I think it's better than Bergeria. Man, it's not better than Symphonia. Doesn't beat Symphonia. Symphonia is damn good. I think it's second. It's second. So I've had a blast with it. I'm glad I revisited it, and I don't know when I'm going to put it down.
It's
Because
your live service game.
maybe, I mean, dude, even there's even a new game plus, and there's a way to farm grade, and like I think I'm 60-ish%. No, I'm 68% in trophies because I found out if I get one more bronze, I can have 69%.
Ooh,
So
giggity.
I know I'm trying that, but yeah, I've played a shitload of it, about 120 hours, and it's been fun. I'm not putting it down anytime soon, but I put it down for one game that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to put it down briefly for the next game, Hades 2. So, what have you been playing, Bob?
Yeah, so we'll talk about one game in particular together because I think it's worth the discussion
Oh
together.
yeah.
But while I was waiting for that, particularly since I'm traveling and a few other things, I needed easy pickup and plays. And I'm sorry, Mouse PI looked good, but you cannot outdo what Hades 2 was going to bring to the table. So I said, let me check this out. I need to get a taste. I need to know what I'm missing. Um, I'm quivering with anticipation on Hades 2 ever since it, quite frankly, got into what is it, early access 2 years ago. I've been on this game. This is coming from Supergiant, the follow up to Hades, which, quite frankly, was not the game that got me into roguelites, but this is the game. The original is the game that made me really see what roguelites can do. Like really stretch their legs, so to speak. But yeah, picked up the sequel. How do I want to? I'm going to dance around this as best as I can. Roguelites, you always have an objective that you're presented with. I have completed. You have to complete this objective multiple times. You always get stronger. You get different results. You have to do certain things on your way. This is how you progress your story. Um, this I have completed the objective once or twice on there. There's a lot more to this game that's still there. There's an entire another story segment, I think is the best way to put it. And I got to tell you, Matt, this game succeeds better than Hades 1 in every fundamental way possible. And I didn't think you could do that.
I still don't understand how it does. Anytime I'm launching the game we're going to talk about, I just kind of flick over to Hades 2 just to listen to that title music a little bit. Sometimes I accidentally launch it and it's like, no, you're playing it now. And I'm like, no, not yet. But
dude,
I can't fucking wait, dude. I've been waiting like 6 months. I mean, it was announced 2.5 years ago, and then it was released for the Switch, and I was like, nope, I'm gonna wait for it to come to PlayStation. And it just hit at the worst fucking time. And I am just, God, I can't wait to play that.
yes, and I looked Hades 2 open on OpenCritic doesn't do this. Metacritic does. They break down based on the platform. The PlayStation 5 version of Hades 2 is sitting at a 93, with the Switch 1 version being at a 98. I think that's criminal here, folks. This game is a almost perfect 10 out of 10 game. I haven't come across anything that made me say there's not. So I have to say it's almost because I'm not finished yet. But the music is a stellar upgrade, pun intended there. The artwork, like the character models, you and I mean by that, particularly because it's gods. It's in the marketing. You're talking about gods. Their artwork is great, better. The writing, like I love Zagreus from the first one. Melanoy from, and I think I'm saying it right. We just call her Mel in the sequel. She's got a little bit of a, like her writing and the voice acting, she's got a little bit of a quip to her, and I really respect it. She's like very, very feisty with people and doesn't take her shit, and I love that for her as a character, particularly when you learn about her backstory. So it's amazing. It's really cool in that regard. There's returning cast members from the first one. I'm going to leave it at that. You have a very similar. The combat system in this is got a really big overhaul that I actually appreciate here. So you have your standard just like you would with the roguelites. You have your attacks, you have your special attacks, and that's what Hades 1 centered around. And then you got your boons, and then those boons could be used to enhance your attacks and specials, and your dash as well, right? That's really cool. Here you have a mana bar as well, and when you hold down an attack, a special, or your cast, which is the circle on PlayStation, you hold it down, you get to cast a specific spell, and it uses your mana bar. That can also be affected by boons, and it's also can
Mm,
be, every weapon has its own unique special attack and style.
okay.
So you are literally build crafting almost an infinite amount of ways to play this character, to play these runs, and it's it feels good. It feels overhauled in the right way, not adding too much complication, but just enough to like keep you from getting bored and saying, "Oh, it's the same thing." You can collect stuff, and you've got to use your collecting of resources to craft. And this is the best way I'm going to say it without spoiling. Craft things that then unlock other stuff that allows you to do other things within the story that chains together off of this, makes you stronger. It is awesome. I can't wait to get back to this game, Matt. And it's probably on my list when I get back from my road trip here. So by probably this time next week, you will be hearing more about Hades 2.
Yeah.
Dude, this game, if I had played it last year, it would have been really up there in the conversation of Cody. I'm not saying it would have
Yeah.
won, but it would have been up there for just being a game ass video game.
It was nominated for at the Game Awards, along with Claire and Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza. It was there. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, we fired up Hades 1 and we were just gushing like, oh, I can't wait for Hades 2 to come to PlayStation 5. And it's here. Bought it day one. It's been sitting on my fucking dashboard. I've been teasing myself with it. I can't wait, man. I can't wait to dive in. And
Yep.
I'm glad you started it, but what happened, what I said would happen is exactly what happened. You started it and then the game came out and you're like, ah, what? And it pulled you and now you're going back in. So I
And
just
that's
didn't want
fine.
to start it. Yeah, yeah. So,
If
but
we
yeah,
were talking about a Resident Evil or a Death Stranding or a Last of Us, that'd be a different conversation. But we're talking about Hades 2. Like
right.
it's a roguelite. It's a pick up and
That's true.
play. Um, and you know what else is a pick up and play?
The cracked
The
out fucking UI.
yes, the successful follow up, and I'm saying successful, to Vampire Survivors. Ponkel, which has expanded their team now, made Vampire Crawlers. While Vampire Survivors was a roguelite, top down action style game where you literally just ran around and auto shooted. Here they said, let's make this 3D. Let's make it an old school dungeon crawler where you go one square and then you go to the next square and you can turn and then you can interact with objects on the map. You can fight enemies that are sitting on the map and that. But instead of just giving you the weapons and kind of doing what we did in the first one where you roll for them and stuff like that, let's make it a deck builder, where you start off with your little deck and then you have your certain number of cards, and each card has a mana cost. And the idea is you want to chain your mana costs. So you go from a mana cost of free card that's a 0, and then as soon as that's done, you want to chain into a mana cost of 1, which then you want to go into a 2, and then that's how you repeat that cycle, until you can no longer play cards out of your hand, and then the turn goes to the next, whether the enemy attacks you or you win or whatever, right? And it allows for some extra. If Hades 2 has some good customization, Vampire Crawler says, "Hold my beer and watch this." Because you not only have your character that you're running, that you're making these runs, and they have their own stats and things of that, weapons and things of that nature. They also, you pick up the other cards. They can fuse together to create new things. You can add gem slots to your cards eventually that you can upgrade with gold that you find, and those gem slots can add additional effects to your cards, but they're not permanent. So they reset after every run, which means now you are doing this. And the game knows when you're breaking it, because I've had a situation where I was playing cards in such an order that they would start cycling through. And then I would just play them again. And I would play them again. And I play them again. And I play them again. And after a while, the card cracked. Like, it had a piece of, like, it was covered in glass, and all of a sudden it cracked. And that was the
Interesting.
game. That was the game telling me, you're doing this too much. Stop it.
That's awesome.
And it was amazing. Don't ask for a story in this game. I truly, you're not going to get one. This is a arcadey game from my generation. But if you like to be able to turn off your brain, this had the same effect as Hades 2, where I said,
Okay.
I'm going to play a run and I want to see what it's like. And I started at 7 at night. So I was like, all right, I'll do this, and then I'll go to bed early and see what it's like. Next thing I know, it's 12:30 in the morning.
Yep.
Uh,
That kind of game.
it is that kind of game. I looked, and it is currently sitting right now, because it was drafted by Caleb. It is sitting at an 84 on OpenCritic.
Solid. Very solid.
Very solid. I think that's perfect. The music in this, there's a couple of things that I have a little bit of gripes about, like the evolutions of your weapons. If people know what I'm talking about with roguelites, you have your primary and subs, and then they can evolve into stuff. The evolutions carried over 1-to-1 from Vampire Survivors. And it's a little frustrating. I really wish they would have kind of changed it up a little bit. I know that may not be part of the design and the vision, but it's kind of like when you finally discover an evolution, you're like, oh, that's what happens when you combine these two, and that these two cards are together. But because I put 100 and some odd hours or something like that into Vampire Survivors on PlayStation 5 alone, and not just mobile, it's kind of, oh, I know what those do. I just need to get these two, and boom. It kind of takes that surprise. And then the final thing I'll tell you, Matt, I'm going to go look this up right now on PSN profiles, because you're gonna laugh again. Do you remember the first Vampire Survivors? There were a buttload of trophies.
That's putting it lightly. Yeah, there weren't like 300 something.
238 or something like that. Which didn't include which includes all its DLC. This does not have DLC yet, officially. There are other things that are kind of like parts of the game that are broken down, and they appear in a trophy list like their DLC, but they're not. There's 162 trophies in this game.
On the base list?
Yes.
Holy shit, I didn't even know that was possible. I thought it was a 50 cap. What the fuck?
I don't know. But it kind of gives you that poppy, that trophy pop almost every time you play, and you're like, ding, ding. So the
dopamine hit.
The dopamine hits, and I'm like, oh, I got another trophy. And they come at you fast. I've already gotten 98 of them.
Wow. You already got 100 trophies, almost 100 trophies with what, 5 hours?
I'd have to go look at my. No, it's not. No. You misunderstand that. I may have lost some sleep in this recent week, and I would have to look again, but I think I'm approaching 12 hours at this point.
Okay, still 12 hours with 100 trophies is nuts.
Yep, it's stupid. I know it's stupid, and if you accept that, it's like, who cares? What's it?
Yeah.
As long as you know what you're buying, folks. This is a $10 game, by the way. So you are looking at 10 hours, by the way, Vampire Crawlers. You are looking at a $10 game, which is for 20 to 30 hours worth of content, depending on when you want to drop it. It's a great time. Go check it out. It's worth your value. Awesome. $10, man. Fucking, you pay that for your coffee in the morning. Skip coffee one day and go play Vampire Crawlers.
Right. But I mean, time is a resource too, and one of the most important. So
yeah.
I think I have like 32 trophies in Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition, and I've played 120 hours.
Yeah. And
not all trophies are are built the same, folks.
They're absolutely not, and we've talked to that about that before with the market and these PlayStation, or would you call them? You called them platinum
Platinum
poachers.
poachers. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, it's and then you compare that. You know what game doesn't have a lot of trophies?
What?
Our last one of the of this evening.
Oh,
36
Pragmata.
trophies. Pragmata,
Mm.
man. Um,
Mm.
I
S-
am further than you, so I'm
Beat
going
it.
to let you take that. Oh, you did?
Oh no, you beat it.
Yes, I beat
Yeah.
this. I will let you lead it. All I will say this much: it is currently sitting at an 86 on OpenCritic. I think that's criminally underrated. And this game has a special sauce that hasn't happened since Claire Obscure, or Death Stranding, rather, last year. And this is that special sauce of a game where you boot it up, and within the first little bit, you feel the emotions hit. I
Mm-hmm.
Within the first hour, I laughed, I cried, I got mad, and then I was still stunned with the beauty of this game. So you're
It's
still playing it.
gorgeous.
I kind of want to hear where you're at, man, because I want to replay this game even more.
Yeah. We won't be spoiling anything for Pragmata at all. We'll talk about stuff in the marketing and light mechanical things early game. But this game is a fucking gem. It's beautiful and it's special. And it's a game ass video game,
Mm-hmm.
honestly. So it's you follow Hugh. He's, let's just call him an astronaut, and he goes there to investigate a lunar base, and something happens, and then you connect with a little AI girl named Diana, and Diana, there's a AI running the show there called Edis, and there are bots that are linked with him that are trying to, eradicate you. And this happened in the demo, right? Too, you shoot
Mm-hmm.
him and doesn't do anything. And Diana's like, "Oh, I can hack him." And this is where the hook is for this game. And Diana can hack the robots, and when she hacks them, it brings up a grid pattern of nodes where you navigate with the face buttons. In our case, circle, square, X, and cross, or circle, square, X, and triangle, or cross, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And this is a very unique gameplay element to this game that I haven't seen pretty much anywhere. And I wouldn't say even a concern. I was sold on this game day one when it was announced in 2022. I was just hoping that they would flesh out this combat hook, and boy, oh boy, have they! There's so much build crafting, and they just give you like upgrade after upgrade after upgrade, just constantly. And they're like, "Oh, you like this element of the gameplay and the combat? Well, here's something to make it even better. Oh, here's something to make it even better. Here's another treat. Here's another treat." And it just, at where I'm at, I don't even know how far into the game I am. I assume I'm close to the end. I would say maybe 80%. I don't know, but every level in this game is gorgeous. The skyboxes are just breathtaking. You're on the moon. You're on a lunar base, so you can imagine what kind of visuals you get. Uh, Huge Cellar Blade vibes, I'd say. Big Dead Space vibes. They call it Dad Space because you have this little girl Diana, which I would die for. By the way,
Mm-hmm.
like I would die for this girl. She is awesome, and they just nail the concept of like the character uh, relationship with Hugh and Diana. Because at first, she can hack bots, and he's like, "Oh, I got this AI girl," and he's not a fan of robots. He actually calls them tin cans and clankers, and I don't even know. I mean, he's like, fuck these robots. I hate him. And he's kind of like, he's 40, and he's like a gruff guy that is, blue collar and doesn't like AI or robots. And man, he's awesome. But he finds this girl, this AI girl, Diana, and he's like, "Oh, you can hack robots? Oh, hop on my back." And she just starts as a tool with him. But the relationship kind of evolves. And if you played games like The Last of Us or any companion game, just that relationship blossoms. And you know more than I do. And I assume I just hit a really big story beat yesterday, which I was like, holy shit. So um, story is incredible. Gameplay is incredible. We're both playing it on the PS5 Pro. This is published by Capcom, developed by Capcom as well. And man, are they hitting? I'm not going to talk about my game of the year yet because there's so many games. But this is going to be in the conversation.
I
I'll tell you
agree
that
with
right
you.
now.
Yeah, this is
Tell
it.
you that
This
right
is in
now.
that circle. Between that and a few other, Capcom is on a god run right now, a generational run. Uh,
Dude.
dude, and
And I love
I just
they put out a thing on Twitter. They're like, because they're releasing 4 games this year. We've gotten Resident Evil 9, we've got Monster Hunter Twisted Stories or whatever, Twisted Reflections, and we recently got Pragmata. And they're like, oh, we ain't done yet in 2026, and we still got Onimusha, Way of the Sword. So they know they're cooking because they every single one of their games has scored high 80s. That's hard to do, especially consistently. So they're
yes,
doing something right, man.
yes. I should have just drafted Capcom in the beginning. I mean, I got 2 out of the 4, but still, I should have just went
Yeah,
full Capcom.
right.
But you're right, dude. And I say I looked at your trophies. I would say you are correct about the 80 mark.
I can tell
Uh,
because of the collectibles. There's a lot of great collectibles, but I can tell because of like you can see the missing collectibles you have, and I'm like, I think I'm getting close.
you're getting there. I will tell you. I will say this: what really kind of I appreciated about this game, because you mentioned the other 3 games that Capcom is releasing or has released already this year. Um, this game is, the developers were self aware of who they are and what company they work for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to leave it like that. When you look at Easter eggs specifically, and you look at things that are alluding, you're going to
Oh yeah,
see stuff, and you're going to be like, you didn't actually specifically say this game or this trope or this thing, but we kind of know what you're talking about here. So it's subtle. I like when you do that stuff, but make it subtle, right?
yeah. It's beautifully done, and it's like if you know, you know. It could be
Mm-hmm.
obscure to someone else, but if you know, you know. And yeah, there's so many different weapon types. There's so many different hacking methods. They really fleshed out this combat, and it's just these devs for this game were like, let's make a fun game to play. Let's focus on the fun aspect and the gameplay, and then work on top of that
Yep. Can, can I say
because
one
it's just
thing?
fucking fun. It's
Yeah,
so fun to play.
it is. There's one thing I'd like to say about what you have coming up, and it's not a spoiler. It's just a get ready. That's all I'm going to say. Because this game,
Yeah, I can imagine.
this game is going to do
Mhm. Great.
like that. In regards to how do I? In regards to how you're going to be playing that game, it's going. You're about to
Yeah.
get. Yeah, you're going to have some fun. But I really appreciate
Right.
where you're at, man. This game is, it is special.
Yeah.
And this game encourages you to play it over and over again.
Yeah,
Um,
and it's got Metroid elements too. So each level has a collectibles, and then they have a percentage next to them. And then you get abilities that allow you to revisit the levels to overcome a specific barrier. Metroid, not
uh-huh.
Metroidvania, a Metroid aspect to it. And when I saw that, I was like, "Oh man, this is a mad ass game."
And they even give you a percentage in the area and tell you what you're
Oh,
missing. Like that checklist built in was so satisfying.
hmm
It scratched a part of my brain, and I can tell you this much, man. Wherever Chaos is at, oh, he's probably passed out by now. He reached out to me last week, and he's like, "Hey, have you played Pragmata?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah." You absolutely should play this game. It is a very good game, and you'll appreciate it. He's been playing it
hmm
on the Steam Deck, on his OLED Steam Deck.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna see it
Is
tonight, but
this
I've
for
been
all platforms?
uh huh. I'm gonna see it tonight, but I've been told it runs beautifully and looks amazing in
Interesting.
handheld on a Steam Deck, which is
Interesting.
even that's even more nuts considering what this game is already doing out the gate.
Wow. Yeah, I'll have to send you an off-screen shot of one I got on my OLED. Dude, this game sings on performance. It's just I think it's 60 on PS5 Pro, upscaled 4K, PSSR 2.0. Just got a patch to make it prettier. I didn't notice the difference because it was already just gorgeous. The detail, the level of detail in the enemy design, even the weapons, just everything is so detailed and just high fidelity. It's
Mm-hmm.
amazing, dude. And the soundtrack, it's when you get in the combat, just like this synth, like electronic, amazing. And then the part I just went through, I think it's a critical story part. The soundtrack behind it was very unique. Let's just say that. And then when you go through those parts, you get the track to unlock to play in your shelter. Your shelter is like your home base, and it upgrades too. And you have like challenges there. You can see all your collectibles. You can get specific collectibles that Diana can interact with, which is really fun. You can always interact with Diana, and the voice acting in this game is incredible for Hugh and Diana. Uh,
Yes.
like after I'm done, and they encourage you to go back frequently to the safe room or the shelter. And every time Diana's just like kind of hopping around, and I always go talk to her because she always has new shit to say. And she's so adorable. She's modeled off of, I don't know, 6 or 8 year old. Uh, they just did an incredible job just making you want to like guard this child with your life as a daughter, honestly. So
Yeah,
yeah,
immediately you're just like, "Oh, I will
I would
lay
die
down
for
my
this
life.
girl.
I will lay down my
Yeah.
life to defend you." Immediately, and you
Uh-huh.
have they somehow did it. And that's saying something considering from a
Mm-hmm.
model perspective, like there's a little something uncanny valley, something is kind of like off where their facial features, but at the same
Mm-hmm.
time that you know it's there but you don't care because you're like, "Oh, she's the sweetest cutest girl in the world." And
It's
as a father,
adorable.
dude, oh
It
my
hits different.
god, it hits so hard. A father to girls. Oh my god, it hits so
Yeah.
hard, man. It it took me back a few years. I will say
Oh,
a few times, a good 15 years. I'll tell you that much.
that's awesome. Yeah. It's incredible. And just man, I'm having a blast with it. We're probably going to do a spoiler cast on it because of how special and how awesome it is. We'll most likely wait for Caleb because we like him part of our spoiler cast. We like the spoiler cast an hour longer, so we bring Caleb on. Uh, but yeah, he's delayed a bit in playing this. I think most of us have finished it. I'd say close to finishing it. Seems like it, but yeah, it's special. It's $60, so not full price nowadays, and for everything, really. So, and there's a demo too. I was sold by the announcement, but once I got my hands on that demo, I was like, okay, all right, this is what I was hoping it'd be, and it's just polished. It's fluid. It's gorgeous. It has incredible story beats on like the level of The Last of Us. Honestly, uh, it's just a great fucking game. It is 100% in my talks of game of the year for sure. But it's not even the mid year. But yeah, it should 100% be nominated. I think it might get shunned like Stellar Blade did though.
I think it will, and I think it goes back to what Bo said to us, which is this is the kind of year we're getting in gaming. I didn't think 2025 could be topped, but
Dude.
out of 2026, the worst game I played that's released this year was Neo 3.
You played High Guard.
That we don't talk about him.
No, no, you and Bo, we're not gonna forget.
Okay,
You
how's that Sons of
fired
Sparta
that
for
up.
you?
that's that's what I loved that game, and that's technically the worst game I've ever played. It's great. It's fucking great. I gushed about it shortly after it was released, but
Yep.
yeah. Oh man, if you like sci-fi, if you like just fun ass gameplay, third person shooter, really unique hacking, combat mechanics, engaging story, gorgeous performance and presentation. Stellar Blade.
Absolutely.
Not Stellar Blade. Pragmata.
Damn it.
Stellar
I was
Blade's
going to let you roll with it for a while. Good catch, Freddie.
I'm getting heavy Stellar Blade vibes. I love Stellar Blade. I think it was shunned for Game of the Year. And I think it should have took Black Myth Wukong. I platinumed both of them. I plan to platinum Pragmata. I haven't even looked at the trophy list because I haven't rolled credits. That's kind of my silent rule, if you will. But yeah, Pragmata, it's just a gem. And it, I'd say it exceeded my expectations, and I was already sold and super hyped for it. I can't wait to play more, and I'm gonna eat dinner and play more. And I just got an ability that I think is maybe the last ability of the game. So now I'm going back and cleaning up. It's like that time where like, oh, I can do everything now. So and I've been trying to 100% all the levels, going as I go. So I'm just that kind of gamer. So yeah. And I've been 100%ing all the challenges and perfecting them, which has been fun. So
man, some of those challenges.
Oh my God. I was raging last night at one of them. I spent like a good 30 minutes on one of them.
There was one or two of them. I was like, nope. I can't do this to myself, man.
Yeah. So what a wonderful game, and keep it up, Capcom. Keep it up. I think, it's just what a great year for games. There's been some shakeups in the industry, but we are still getting incredible games. And that's really all that matters. Like if we still keep getting good games that are fun to play, and maybe some remakes of our beloved titles, every year. Like shit, next year we might get Final Fantasy VII Part 3 or the year after. If those keep coming, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. It sucks when people lose jobs. It really does. But if we keep getting good games, and dude, the last 2 years have been a banger, and this year is shaping up to be another one. Like we still have First Light. We still have Beast of Reincarnation. We still have Wolverine. We still have Saros in a week. Like,
yeah, we still have. Oh, dude, we're
not even midway through the year, and we already have easily 2 Game of the Year contenders.
And we still got a lot of other. You don't know what else is coming.
Unknowns, right?
Yeah, who knows what's going to hit there. It's wild, man. I'm loving 2026. 2027, please just sit on the bench. I need to play catch up, man.
Right. I think we'll have some breathing room because you and I aren't going to play GTA 6. I think we'll have some breathing room in fall. So, which I'm probably going to go back and play Rebirth.
Oh, that's amazing, dude. But go play Pragmata. Go enjoy it, dude. I'm looking live from I checked live. I'm being snoopy. I PSN profiles didn't update all the way, but your PSN app does not lie, and you are. How do they put it? How did the Iron Man put it? We're in the end game now.
We're in the end game now. Yeah, it feels like it. The story beat I just went through is like, okay. I think we're starting a new act. So I think I'm on the last one. We'll see. I'm just enjoying every bit of it. And you beat it, you love it. It's up there with you. So yeah. We'll have a spoiler cast on it, and all these unannounced games coming out this year. We'll report on all those. Summer Game Fest is coming up. We got a state of play on the horizon at some point. We got Xbox's event. We're going to be here reporting on it for you all. This is our passion. This is what we love to do. And we're going to drink, and we're going to talk video games and all of the video games announcements with you all on our podcast. So, yeah. Go out, get out in Vegas and explore, or sleep. I don't know. Get some sleep, maybe.
I don't know. I got to go get food, and then I got to get a shower. So we'll see. I'm going to crash eventually.
Do you have anything planned for food? Do you have a place
Um,
you're going?
we got suggestions from you and Bo, but I'm thinking we looked based on where we are, and we're like
Yeah.
a mile away from that buffet. The
Oh
with the
yeah,
win.
Vegas has amazing buffets.
And I've been eating road food for the last 36
Right.
hours, so I'm ready to like 24 rather. And I'm ready to eat a
Yeah.
full meal.
Yep. Yeah. Go get some food. Enjoy Vegas. This has been episode 49. Next time you hear us, it's going to be our anniversary episode with Caleb and Alex on episode 50 next Friday, May 1st. It's going to drop. So check out the Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced trailer. Check out Pragmata. Check out Hades 2. All these games are amazing. We're going to talk all about them more when we play more. So keep the conversation going. Keep getting all those trophies on PlayStation or achievements on Xbox. I don't know. And enjoy the rest of your night, evening, morning, day, whatever the hell time it is.
Peace.
Shapes of Gaming is a podcast shaped around gaming and, most importantly, our community. That's you. It is written, created, and recorded in beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado, by me, Matt Stenson, and my good friend Bob Harriman. If you would like to be part of this amazing community, be sure to like, subscribe, or follow us on all the social media platforms or the podcast app of your choice. Thanks so much for listening, and always remember, keep the conversation going, and most importantly, keep gaming.